Hi Aries, thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to the month of January 2022. I hope you guys are well. Let's crack on. I've got the Waite Chakra Wisdom Oracle by Tori Hartman and the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. Aries, it's a really good month to get really organized. It's a really good month to plan ahead. It's a really good time to not take new action on anything, but to work on what you already know. You've got to build, finish off, redo. Venus is currently in retrograde in the sign of Capricorn, as is Mercury, it's already in shadow, and it goes retrograde the 14th of January. For you, I have the Page of Wands, the Tower card, the Nine of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. Bottom of the deck, I have the Six of Swords. Aries, right, so for January, I think there's moves, there's motives, there's places to be, there's people to see. There's certain things about how life was in January, just because of your personal dreams and ambitions and what you're hoping to achieve and pursue. Certain things about life can't carry on the way they were. And so, you're given this choice where you kind of have to rejig everything, redo everything, put everything back together, but you kind of have to be at the center of your life come January. Like, the love of your life has to be you in January. Trust me. And I think if you take a minute to look over 2021, there was this real growth about you, Aries. Like, this was the year where you really were depending on yourself, where you kind of like, I think, even surpassed your own expectations of how capable you are at being really, really independent. And sometimes you get a taste of that and you're like, okay, I'm really good at looking after me. Do I really need someone else in my environment and space kind of just annoying me? Do I? I think the idea, the notion of a relationship, of a partnership, and something about the stigma that's attached to it, and just your independence, I think, and just how good you are at being like massively independent, you might really want to move. There's two move on cards here. And there's only one that's kind of like, hey, actually, no, there's two that kind of say stay and deliberate. But it's more like celebrate your successes. Celebrate the stuff that you know that you've done really, really well. Things that you've accumulated for yourself. Things that you've put together for yourself. You're kind of being asked to move on from some sort of conflict in regard to a relationship. You're going to really, really be grateful and thank me later. By February, you being this Queen of Wands, you need to put yourself at the center of it right now, Aries. I think I have to go with the messages that I'm like intuitively picking up. You have to move on from something. Perhaps an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Just because emotionally speaking, I think too much has like happened. Too much has happened, including like perhaps third party situations. You might really want to focus on tending to your own garden right now, because when that cup is genuinely, truly overflowing, like when you're back in your flow, and I think that's what January is sort of saying to you, you've got to move on from something because there was too much of your attention on this thing, and it's really more so about you pouring that energy and that attention into you right now. Because I do feel like there's a journey that you're making, or you have made, or you're about to make, and it might mean that you're moving on from something that you thought you wanted, or something that you really, something that you've managed to salvage and you feel like it's really worth saving. So moving in a new direction, moving in a new way, moving in a way that makes you feel like you're away from conflict, especially when it's conflict in regards to partnerships and relationships. Conventions might fall. It might feel like things are changing, and I think it's important that you acknowledge the need for a redo of something, or the rebuilding of something, or the reconstructing of something. This might even be your own life, or the way you earn money, or the things that you do to put yourself back in a position of power, to bring your magic back. Because there is a lot of self-contentment here, and there's also the moment to take where you really get to appreciate just how much you've done in regards to like accumulating things for yourself. You go kind of from a page to a queen just by putting and cleaning up and dealing with this tower energy of whatever it is that was built on a false construct that needed changing, and it could perhaps even be the way that you've seen yourself, how capable you deemed yourself. I do feel like there's a need to move on from conflict in a relationship. I really do feel like there's a need to just move straight on by. Focus on you right now, Aries. I don't think I can stress that enough. I do feel like it's super important that you are giving yourself some time to grow. Things that are important to you. Like things that you do for you, not for anyone else, or not for like anything else other than just things that you like to do. January might mean that you are spending a lot of time growing certain projects, developing certain ambitions, getting to the top of your game with certain things as well. I feel like there is bittersweet. There is. I love that song, Bittersweet Symphony. That song, Bittersweet Symphony. Whenever there's something like super serious happening in my life, that song will always come on to like mark the end of something. So when this bittersweet card has come out, I do feel like with the Tower card also, it's definitely the end of something, and you have to really move on. Service, and you might be pouring yourself into the service that you provide, the quality that you give. Oh, there's a card turned upwards. Passion. Aries, when you live through your passion, like when you do something in your life that you're like really, really passionate about, and you are moving differently because you are in the flow. You know what I mean? It's very like, me first, I love life because I'm doing something that I really enjoy. And that's exactly how people should be, I think. I just feel like it's been a minute since you've been in that place, and it's not like for any other reason other than kind of being impatient with yourself in the process. And now really is the time for you to kind of focus and get really, really dedicated about your time, your energy, where it goes, who it goes to, and how it really needs to come back all the way back to you. Because passion, disruption, Tower card twice. Something has to change. And it might even be the way that you see yourself, have been treating yourself, the way you've been looking after yourself. You get a chance to grow properly on a firm foundation, something solid and something stable, something that provides you with the freedom that you need, but also the stability that you need. I think you focusing in on your key projects right now, and the things that are bringing you a passion ignited again, and solitude. Okay, I think it's really simple. Emotional withdrawal. Aries, you need to emotionally withdraw from something and move on, okay? some time in solitude to really just build on your personal strength, your emotional strength, your achievements. Things might feel like tower moments in January, and certain things might collapse or crumble. Conventions, that is. It's just because things need to change. And in the changing, you might question some of the people that you know have been around or are with, etc., etc. But I feel like in the process of this, you get a chance to be by yourself. And there's this bittersweet energy that if you really fully grasping the lesson here, you'll know that that bittersweet energy is something that will stay with you as a meaningful memory. If you're willing to let go of false constructs and matrixy stuff that you know that you can walk away from. So let whatever happens, this chemical process that happens inside you, it's gonna ignite your passion. It's gonna make you better at your service. But right now there is this need for emotional withdrawal, and it might even be Venus retrograding in the sign of Cancer and the sign of Capricorn. You know, like where things are Saturnian, they're really black or white. Passion is like something that's your forte, Aries, and it's about your passion in January. I think that's all I have for you. If you'd like to book a reading, visit rubyreadstarot.com. I've got free 15 minutes to all services booked. Between now and January the 1st. I don't know if I'm going to do an extension on that, but yeah. Book a reading, guys. I love you, Aries. Happy January. Speak to you soon. Bye.